How do friendships work for you? Friendship is like a kind of algebra test that nobody passes. In my worst moods, I think the best you can say is that a friend is anyone you don't despise. By Gregory David Roberts' book Shantaram. Thank you.
In praise of the sausage.
And then what is inside? You have to read it.
I have to read the inside one, right?
Yes.
I like a good sausage. I do. It's a dish for the chosen and few. O for sausage and mash, and of mustard a dash, and a egg nicely fried maybe too. At breakfast or lunch or at dinner, the sausage is always a winner. If you want a good spread, go for sausage and bread, and forget all your vows to be slimmer. Thank you.
About friendship. Friendship, if you are lucky, are the real love stories. Everything I know about love by Dolly Elderton. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So I picked this. This is learn a Japanese word for fun. Okay. So kangaete okimasu literally means I will think about it. But before we discuss kangaete okimasu, it is important to understand the concept of ishin denshin or tacit communication, in which both sides know what the other means without being direct. As said before, kangaete okimasu literally means I will think about it, but once you get to know the Japanese, you learn that it actually is a polite euphemism for a no. Okay, but the Japanese will never say that to your face. It is the polite, evasive, mild-mannered kangaete okimasu, which still holds out hope and still sounds more like a maybe rather than an outright no. So this is from Japan Made Easy by Sandeep Goyal. Thank you.
What if histories were written by women? This world today would have been much better. Love and Kush must have conspired and taken the manuscript from our hut when I was busy elsewhere. They must have practiced singing it in secret. They must have decided to perform it in my honor, risking the anger of their guru as well as their newfound father to tell the world my story. I'm weeping as I listen to them sing the Sitayan. Their eyes meet mine and they're weeping too. And this is one of the final things I learned about love. It's found in its purest form on this imperfect earth between mothers and young children because there's nothing they want except to make each other happy. The Forest of Enchantment by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni.
A poem that takes you beyond this universe. Alternate universe. In an alternate universe, what would I be? Where would I be? Maybe it would be a free world, and sometimes I will hang out all alone, swaying on the droplets of the salty, windy sea. Sprinkles on my face and twinkle my eyes that would be. There would not be a worry, and there wouldn't be any song I would not sing. In and beyond crowded place by Tosmina Das.
Do you forget and forgive? Um, and the choice you make between hating and forgiving, you become the story of your life. Shantaram by Gregory David Roberts.
Reading people's stories on their face. I prefer to read people. People were easier than books. My mother taught me how to read a person without knowing them or without them ever having to utter a word.
It says, what do you call the language in Karbi or Assamese? Everything around us has a language. Call it glossa in Greek, tungumal in Icelandic, lingua in Latin, language in English, or bhasha in Hindi. Call a language anything in the thousands of different languages in the world, yet try to remove it from our world, and we will be left with no world at all. No matter what linguists have proved or tried to prove over centuries, no one has been able to accurately explain how languages came into existence. It's practically impossible to trace the origin of communication of languages. This is why how languages came into existence and how they evolved is always debatable. Tatung Tatung by Vaishali Shroff. Thank you.
About friendships. Life is complicated and merry, but if you have good friends, you will always have a place to land. Everything I know about Love by Dolly Alderton.
Are you scared of changes? Are you scared of missing people you love? If you say everything will change in one day, I will believe it. But then, please tell me the sky will stay blue and the clouds will sometimes randomly show us the faces of all the people we thought were gone forever. The book is A Bird on My Windowsill. Author Manav Kaul. Thank you.
How does it feel to bully someone? Not for the first time, Marianne thinks cruelty does not only hurt the victim, but the perpetrator. Also, and maybe more deeply and more permanently. You learn nothing very profound about yourself simply by being bullied. But by bullying someone else, you learn something you can never forget. Normal People by Sally Rooney.
Seven Commandments from Animal World. The Seven Commandments. First, whatever goes upon two legs is an enemy. 2. Whatever goes upon four legs has wings is a friend. Number 3. No animal shall wear clothes. 4. No animal shall sleep in a bed. 5. No animal shall drink alcohol. 6. No animal shall kill any other animals. 7. All animals are equal. Animal Farm by George Orwell.
How words play the nostalgia in our minds. Because words bring back everything, the place, the people, the life, the streets, the light, the sky, the flowers, the sounds. By Jhumpa Lahiri, book in other words.
A chapter called Words of Women by an author from Arunachal Pradesh. Once RC had tried to make a flower garden, but she had struck rock everywhere. Chicken feathers and some dry mud flew up as she struggled and scraped, trying different spots, but there was no soil and no moisture. Is this a place to live? She had asked. Why did our forefathers choose this place? Surely we are outcasts, dumped in this bone and knuckle part of the world. What can one say to that? Mamudumi had replied, this is our world. The Legends of Pensam by Mamang Dai.
This one is a poem you read in school, written by someone you still don't know, but you remember it as if you know this funny little man. Okay, so, Mr. Nobody, I know a funny little man, as quiet as a mouse, who does this mischief that is done in everybody's house. There's no one ever sees his face, and yet we all agree that every plate we break was cracked. Anonymous.
So, I got a fighter or a survivor. Ultimately, you face life's brutal truth. Decapitating with the right blow of the dao or headhunting was the most significant art of warfare practiced by the Nagas from the ancient times right up until 1994. It happened at a time when there was no knowledge of guns. Until the British arrived, the Nagas were using the dao and the spear. In present times, it is best to imagine a machete and a javelin used for chopping firewood or as a sport, all for non-violent purposes.
The noted Naga writer Temsula Au, reflecting on headhunting, writes, in the oral histories of different Naga tribes, the overriding emphasis on headhunting is that it was a necessary strategy for the survival of each village community. Living in an insulated environment, each tribe began a process of indoctrination that this practice was not only necessary but also good for the people. It was more survival than preservation of a race, as one village would fight the other through a stratagem of surprise and ambush. The stratagem was always meticulously developed. His Majesty's, should I read this also? Yes. His Majesty's Headhunters by Honlumo Kikon. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.